Alright, so imagine waking up on some random day, grabbing your phone to check your email, and then finding out that your entire digital life has just been wiped out. Like you're completely locked out of your email, your family photos and messages are all just gone. And your personal documents, well, they're held hostage behind a permanent ban with literally like zero warning, and you can't even like make a phone call. I know this sounds like insane, like some crazy like dystopian future, but this is a real thing that's happening right now with major cloud storage providers like Google Drive and Google Photos. Like many people, like they treat these services like private digital vaults, just tossing like tax returns, medical records, and just like family memories up into the cloud, assuming they're just sitting in like a locked box where nobody else can peek inside. But the reality is like these massive platforms, well, they are actively scanning through your private files using automated background algorithms. Like they're constantly shifting through your stuff, looking for like anything that like breaks their terms of service. Now look, nobody is out here arguing that like catching like actual like bad people online is like a bad thing, but the major problem is that these automated systems, like they are completely blind to actual context. Like they literally cannot tell the difference between like a malicious criminal and like a normal person just going about their daily life. Like when they flag your account, they just shoot first and ask questions. Like never. Like it's actually insane to think that we just hand over our most like sensitive information to these giant tech companies without realizing that an artificial intelligence bot is quietly reading over our shoulder. Like your private data is like legally compromised the second you upload it. And today I just want to talk about like why your files aren't like truly yours anymore, and how an automated system can instantly just like nuke your entire existence online. Alright, so to really understand how your account can just vanish into thin air, we gotta talk about how these background checks actually operate behind the scenes. Like when you upload a document, a picture, or a video to a standard cloud server, the provider generally holds the keys needed to actually read that data. Because they can see exactly what you upload, they use automated bots to continuously scan your stored content for anything that might be illegal or like break their rules. Like they use this matching technology that pretty much how it works. They create a unique digital fingerprint for your files, and then the system automatically compares the fingerprints of your personal uploads against a massive constantly updating database of known banned content. If the system finds like a match, or if the artificial intelligence just gets confused and just ends up like incorrectly flagging a completely innocent file as malicious, the automated protocol kicks in immediately. Like there isn't some human being like sitting in like an office like carefully looking at like your photo and making like a rational, nuanced like judgment call before like pulling the plug on your account. Instead, the bot simply flags your entire profile, locks down a specific file, and then just instantly shuts off your access to like the entire service. Like there is no like friendly warning like telling you to like, I don't know, delete that stuff. You just wake up to find that your entire Google account, well, it's just completely gone, and there's not like any real like explanation. This incredibly aggressive approach means that everyday users, like they're entirely at the mercy of imperfect computer algorithms that are like exactly notorious for making huge mistakes. Like your files are essentially just guilty until proven innocent, which just ends up creating a massive privacy nightmare for anyone keeping important records online, because the whole system, well, it deliberately is designed to act fast without verifying the context. Like it genuinely feels like you're walking on kind of like eggshells with your own private data, just hoping a machine doesn't misinterpret like a random photo. Alright, so if you think this is some sort of like theoretical problem that only happens to other people, well, let me tell you about probably the most famous example of this. So, some guy's kid had like a medical problem, and he took a picture of like it using his Android smartphone, and like millions of other people, well, those photos automatically just backed up into his like Google Cloud account. And the doctor ended up like looking at like the pictures, and they gave the kid medicine, so that's all fine and dandy, right? Like it helped the kid out. But just 2 days later, well, the guy received an alert from Google saying that his account was just like disabled for like a severe policy violation because it contained supposedly harmful content. Like the artificial intelligence had just scanned like his private photos back up and just confidently flagged like the pictures of like his little kid as like csam. And like he was instantly locked out like his email, his like contacts, and just every single photo he had ever taken of his son's like first years of life. And to make matters infinitely worse, like Google then forwarded like the automated like report to like a national center, which like quickly triggered like a full-blown criminal investigation against like bro, because he was in San Francisco. And because he also used Google Five like his self-service, well, he lost access to like his actual phone number, effectively freezing him out of like his entire digital life. Like he couldn't even get like a security code sent to his like phone to log into like his other accounts, basically turning like his entire online existence completely upside down over like a medical issue. And there are like just more examples of this always happening, and like even in this year, like it's still going on. So you might be currently sitting there thinking that, oh, if I get in a situation, I can just like appeal it to like customer support and I'll be all fine and chill. But unfortunately, that is just not how these massive tech companies like operate in the real world. Because here's the thing, these big tech companies, they are just absolutely stubborn. And even with like official like evidence, like oftentimes Google, they will just stubbornly maintain their stance, just flatly refuse to like hear your appeal or reinstate your account. Like pretty much like Google will just be like, okay, your decade old account, all your memories, all of that, well, they're just gone. Like screw you. And that is like the core like issue here with relying on like these automated like scanners to act as both like the jury and like the judge. Like there's basically like zero reliable human oversight, and the appeals process is just like an endless loop of like unhelpful replies from most people. Like once the algorithm flags you, your digital footprint is just effectively burned to like the ground, regardless of like the actual truth. Like we're placing an impossible amount of blind faith into a corporate algorithm that refuses to admit when it makes like a devastating mistake, and just proves that you can be completely innocent and just still lose everything you have ever saved just because of some stupid algorithm. So, what can we actually do about all of this to protect ourselves and our private files from getting just nuked by a random like bot? Like the biggest takeaway here is that you simply just cannot treat standard like services like Google Drive, Dropbox as like a completely secure private vault for your most sensitive stuff. Like anything you upload normally is absolutely like vulnerable to just being scanned, misidentified, and ultimately used to completely destroy your online like presence without warning. Like if you really like have to store highly confidential like documents or personal photos in like the cloud, you should seriously look into like encrypting them on your own device with like a tool like Cryptomator, for example. Basically, like scrambling your files ensures that like the cloud provider can only see unreadable like data, meaning their bots, well, they have absolutely nothing to scan or flag. Alternatively, you can use end-to-end encrypted cloud services like Filen, for example. That's a pretty good one. Like it might be a tiny bit less convenient than seamlessly like sharing a quick link with a friend, but that is the exact price you pay for true privacy these days. Like keeping local backups on like an external like hard drive is also like a super like crucial strategy, obviously, because if a random algorithm decides to just ban you tomorrow, you won't like lose your entire life history. Like the reality of the modern internet is that artificial intelligence is quietly reading over your like shoulder every single time you upload something to like the big tech platforms. Like don't let a flawed computer program like hold your like your life hostage, man, like your digital life. Like take control of your privacy, back up your stuff, and just like stay safe. So yeah, that's it for this video. Drop a comment if you want, and yeah, I'll see you next time.